It all started as one man's idea of giving back to soldiers for their sacrifice for the nation. I'm Julia Gray, and this is Take 5. Dan Komengor from Madras is himself a former U.S. Army engineer. It all started with a dream fishing trip. Komengor has planned a 2-day steelhead fishing trip on the Snake River in Hell's Canyon for some special wounded warriors.
I just kind of came up with it on my own. Nothing really spawned it, I guess. I just about 3 years ago, I've known that I've wanted to do something to give back to our soldiers, particularly those soldiers that have gone over to Iraq or Afghanistan, or for that matter, any theater of war, and have come back disabled, come back wounded. And it's just something I've been wanting to do for a while. I served in the United States Army several years ago, and it was just a way I could give back and show them appreciation for everything that they've done. They've sacrificed a heck of a lot more than what most of us will ever know, and so it's just a way I could give back to them. I thought about it a lot, and I'll never be able to give them back what they had, but if we can take them out and show them a good time and put a smile on their face and just thank them, then that's just something I've been wanting to do.
These wounded soldiers that are going to be going and their guests, are they all from the Central Oregon area, or are they coming from all over Oregon?
Some of them are from Idaho, some are from here in Oregon. I've got a couple from coming from Washington, so really Oregon, Washington, and Idaho will be represented on this trip. One of the gentlemen that is coming, he's from Sisters, and he has been through something. He took a roadside bomb 6 feet off his door while over there in Iraq. He's been through 28 surgeries, spent 2.5 years in the hospital in Germany, a hospital over on the East Coast, and hospitals over here on the West Coast. He's blind in, I think, his right eye, and then he's somewhat paralyzed in the left side of his body. We're going to have a total of 7 wounded warriors and 7 guests. In addition to that, I've also invited, and will be coming, Wes and Meg Tucker, they're the parents of Tom Tucker, who was in June of 2006. He was kidnapped and really tortured and killed by Al-Qaeda over in Iraq.
Was their response, were they like surprised?
Wes and Meg were very elated. I called and talked to Meg first, and cause I just called, she was the one who answered the phone, and she had to run it by Wes to see if Wes could get the time off. And a couple days later, Wes called back, and they were very excited about the trip. And then also a gentleman by the name of Greg Peterson, his son was killed about a year later in 2007 over in Iraq, Corporal Lance Peterson, and he was a Marine. Originally, I was really trying to keep it on the down low, and just for the simple fact that I don't want to. It's not about me. It's not about the other boat captains. It's about those guys, and their guests. I mean, because they've been through it too.
Do you have a few boats that are going, or is this all on one boat?
Yeah, no. Right now we have. I've got 4 boats lined up. With each boat has a captain and a deck mate. Myself, I'm one of the captains, and I've got Cody Colin out of Madras here. He's my deck mate. Jim McGarvin and Rob McGarvin and another fellow by the name of Dan Byington. Those are all the other boat captains. Every boat captain is providing a boat, fuel, their time, and the fishing gear.
And Komengor has gotten some donations, one being embroidered shirts with the Soldiers of the Snake logo. Also, some food for the trip's been donated.
And really what I'm needing now is I've got the boats lined up. We're to the point where I kind of had to cut off the amount of people because we're limited on lodging. There's a gentleman over there in Oxbow around the Snake River that owns 2 houses, and he's donating one house, and the other house we're having to pay for. So we're going to be needing cash donations right now for miscellaneous materials, food, all the stuff that you need.
The fishing trip is scheduled for October 23rd through the 25th. If you would like to help out this Wounded Warrior effort, you can send donations to Soldiers of the Snake at the Columbia River Bank in Madras. I'm Julia Gray. Take 5 is a production of 1110 KBND Radio News. Depend on us.